Okay, here we go. Part 3, financial statement analysis. We're going to go over the answers for your part 1 and part 2, and then move on to part 3 in your research project. All right, so over here in the timeline, I did not fill in the answers. I'm just going to talk to you briefly real quick about what you should have for each one, and then we'll kind of press on from there. All right, so the history of the stock market. 1792 was the creation of the New York Stock Exchange. Okay, by the 1800s, it kind of became apparent to investors the benefits that they could have from the investment possibilities. Okay, by 1921, the stock market moved from the street, so they used to trade the stock in the street. They moved to the indoors. And remember now, the Industrial Revolution was kind of in the 19th century, so the Industrial Revolution helped also bring about the idea that you could sell a stock or resell it to make a profit. Okay? By 1929, so much activity had gone in the stock market, was not regulated by any agency, and the stock market, because of numerous reasons, crashed in 1929 and brought about the Great Depression. In 1934, because of the lack of control that the SEC had over the stock market, in 1934 Congress enacted the SEC Act, which brought about the creation of the Securities Exchange Commission. They oversee the stock market and regulate it. And then many years go by. In 1971, the NASDAQ was founded, which is the first electronic stock market. Okay, moving on then to how many years ago could the stock market be traced back? 200 years. 3, people or businesses used, when the stock market started, they used the money to finance the war, and also banks realized they could make money by selling stock, so the banks also started doing that. The stock markets that exist today, there's more than just these 3, but these are common ones maybe you've heard of. You got the New York Stock Exchange, the Amex, and the NASDAQ. And 5, what is the purpose of the SEC, which remember was created up here in 1934? Okay, they regulate trading, oversee company requirements for issuing stock, and oversee daily operations of market exchanges. And that is their role at this point today as well. All right, then you were to click over here on the stock market explain and fill in your answers about what the stock market is, what is a share of stock, and so on. Stock market is kind of referred to as a business of buying and selling stock. People buy stock, which is referred to as a share of ownership in the business. All right, so when you buy a share of stock, you're buying one piece of ownership in that business. And of course, you can buy more than one stock at a time. Some reasons why companies issue stock: it helps them make money to buy equipment, hire people, maybe they want to advertise or expand. And now the stock market fluctuates daily, and the prices of the stocks fluctuate as well. And typically the 3 things that drive that are speculation. Do they think something's going to do well or not? So that kind of changes the price. If the company has big news, they're coming out with a new product, or in the example of Apple, Steve Jobs died, and their price for their share of stock for Apple fluctuated a little bit. And also performance factors. How well is a company doing? Number 5, when does a company get the funds? By offering stock. So they only get the funds one time, and that's when they first sell the shares in the public market, which is referred to as initial public offering over here. So they decide that they're going to issue some shares, people buy them, and that's how they make their profit. So how does an individual person then make money from stock? So you buy a stock at a lower price or at a low price, and the stock goes up, and you sell it for a higher price, and you make whatever the difference is between the high and the low price, you make money based on that. And last, how many individuals had online trading accounts as of 1999? 9.7 million investors. A little bit of an old statistic, but still kind of shows you what the online has done for investing.